The guardians of the Oaken Branch are rooted in myth, legend, and symbolic traditions tied to the sacred oak tree, one of the most revered symbols in human history. Across cultures, the oak has stood as a representation of strength, endurance, and spiritual connection between the earthly and the divine. To speak of guardians of the Oaken Branch is to invoke protectors of knowledge, mystery, and natural power, figures who watch over both the physical world of forests and the metaphysical realm of wisdom and ritual. The oak tree has been a central element in mythologies from Celtic, Norse, Greek, and Slavic traditions. For the Celts and Druids, the oak was a sacred tree associated with the gods and the cycles of nature. The word druid itself is believed to be derived from roots meaning knower of the oak. To hold or protect an oaken branch meant holding the authority of spiritual truth, guardianship over ancient rituals, and a responsibility to the natural world. The guardians of the Oaken Branch, therefore, symbolize figures, whether human, divine, or legendary, who preserve and pass on this sacred wisdom. In Greek mythology, the oak was linked to Zeus, the king of the gods, whose voice was said to speak through the rustling of oak leaves at the Oracle of Dodona. The priests and priestesses who served there acted as guardians, interpreting divine will through the sacred tree. Similarly, in Norse tradition, the oak was tied to Thor, the thunder god, a symbol of strength, courage, and unyielding protection. Those who guarded the oak or its symbolic branch were seen as protectors of order and divine law. Folklore across Europe also speaks of protectors of sacred groves, often depicted as wise elders, forest spirits, or mystical beings who ensured that the oak tree's strength and sanctity were never desecrated. The oaken branch itself came to be a symbol of peace, honor, and continuity, much like the olive branch in other traditions. To be a guardian of the oaken branch was to serve as a bridge between humanity and nature, ensuring the preservation of the tree's sacred power for future generations. Even in more modern contexts, the concept of the guardians of the Oaken Branch continues to inspire literature, fantasy, and neo-pagan traditions. In fictional retellings and fantasy lore, they are often portrayed as mystical protectors, knights, druids, or spirits, tasked with defending ancient forests, safeguarding hidden knowledge, or keeping balance between worlds. In neo-Druidic and contemporary spiritual practices, the oak branch remains a symbol of wisdom, grounding, and resilience, with practitioners sometimes adopting the image of guardianship as part of their role in protecting nature. The enduring fascination with the guardians of the Oaken Branch lies in their embodiment of timeless themes: strength rooted in the earth, wisdom born of age, and guardianship over life's cycles. They are reminders that humanity's bond with nature has always carried both reverence and responsibility. To invoke them is to acknowledge the need to protect not only ancient traditions, but also the living world that sustains us. The myth of the guardians of the Oaken Branch continues to inspire storytellers, historians, and spiritual seekers, reminding us that the oak tree, and all it symbolizes, remains one of the most powerful links between the human imagination and the natural order.